Well, here we are at the start of the journey. It's about 8:30 in the morning. I left it a little later to avoid the peak traffic in Brisbane. This is the weather. It's not great. It's light showers on this side of Brisbane. The further south I go, it'll be heavier. But I'm in the wet weather gear today, and shouldn't be too much of an issue. I just got to avoid the other drivers in the wet weather that think they need to go a bit faster than normal. But we're good to go. Off to Toowoomba and then down to Narrabri in New South Wales. About 600 k's. All right, setting off. I'm grateful for getting on the move. I've had the wet weather gear on, well, I've got it on, and it's like wearing a sauna suit. I'm sweating up a storm. Just a bit of a light drizzle going on at the moment. I'm thinking about those fellow Aussies that doing it tough in northern New South Wales at the moment with this terrible weather. Expected to get 300 millimeters of rain, so a foot of rain in less than 6 hours today. I was going to go down the coast, but that certainly put me off. So I'm avoiding the centre of the road and painted lines and any painted surfaces, despite the fact they've had lots of rain. You just don't know whether something's spilt oil in the middle and yeah, I'm cruising along thinking, geez, it's bloody noisy. And then I realise I haven't put my earplugs in, so that will be a necessary stop. I've only got 60 kilometres left of juice anyway, so the plan is to get some fuel on the Warrego Highway, which is the western link from Brisbane to Toowoomba up on the Great Dividing Range. What's this guy doing? He really wants the intersection. What is it, little CBR 250? Alright, that's it for me. I think I'm just going to sign off. Alright, sit rep, not far into the trip, first fuel stop, pulled off at a place called Red Bank. No services at Red Bank, as I found out, so I had to navigate to this place, and about to jump back on and find the motorway to Toowoomba, Warrego Highway. Quite a knack starting this without the fob. Right, I think we're good. All right. Yeah, I took off my wet weather, half of my wet weather gear, the top half. It's just too hot, and I could see blue sky. You can see blue sky over there to the west. So I can't get wetter than I already currently am. It's sort of spitting, I suppose you'd say. Gonna chuck a Yui here and head back the other way. Alright, signing off. In front of us here we've got the Great Dividing Range, and Toowoomba sits on the escarpment. It's quite a steep escarpment here. I've always enjoyed this drive out from Brisbane to Toowoomba. Yeah, the weather hasn't vastly improved. This constant drizzle is keeping me nice and cool. Passed through a bit of a storm about 10 minutes ago. Got a little bit wet, but not too bad. The bottom halves, the weather gear's still on, so it's all good. Keeping the speed pretty low. Doing about 98 GPS kilometers per hour. Here we are there, somewhere near Millmerran. Google routed me this way instead of down the A39 because the Condamine River is in flood and has cut off that access. But this is where we find ourselves. That's the Condamine River, and pretty sure I'm not going to be crossing here. So what I need to do now is turn off Google Maps and plug in Waze and see how I can get south across the Condamine. Unexpected, but these things happen. Unfortunately, there has been about 10 k's of dirt, gravel road, which I'll have to go back across. It wasn't too bad, a little bit bumpy, but not bad at all. Let's hope we can get across sometime soon. I haven't got much fuel left, I've only got about 150 k's. Plus my 2 litres, so let's hope the detour isn't too long. Alright, so here I am in Moree. I intended to go to Narrabri a little bit further on, but it's 8:30 at night, and finish off quite an interesting day. Find myself in this motel room, which is a little bit overkill. Last room that they had, unfortunately. So I'm in the family room. So yeah, what can I tell you about today? I'm barely able to speak, if I'm honest. You'll have seen the clip of the floodwater. So that it didn't get better from there. So I backtracked and then attempted to cross the Condamine about 50 kilometres from there, and that also was flooded over. So I ended up backtracking again. Back to Toowoomba and then down to Warwick. So what I'll do is I'll quickly show you on the map what happened, and you can draw your own conclusions from there. Alright, so the plan was to come down, as I've indicated here in green, down to Gundawindi. But what actually happened was, as I came to around Pittsworth here, Google routed me in this way to make a crossing of the Condamine River. Now the Condamine River runs roughly sort of through here. So it attempted a crossing here. I then couldn't cross there, so I had to go back to where I came from, and then I head down this way to Millmerran, only to discover that it was also cut there. So then I had to backtrack to Toowoomba, and then come down this way through Warwick, and then across this way, and then down. So I made it to Moree, not quite Narrabri. It's only about 100 kilometres to there. So not the end of the world, but the trouble was travelling at night on this section of road here. This section here it's called the Newell Highway. Lots of trucks on there, and the road's really badly chopped up, so there wasn't that much joy doing that. But anyway, I'm here safe and sound. Wasn't going to stay in a motel tonight, but I just thought, you know, after arriving at 8:30, 11 hours in the saddle today, I thought I'll probably get a good sleep in a motel and then crack on from there. So that's pretty much the end of day one.